Hello? Ah, it's you. Welcome back. I suppose you brought me ingredients again, right? Wonderful. Let me take a look. Some elf quilt moss, red cat mushrooms. Oh, hey, crystal cicada shells. I guess they have started molting then. These aren't basilisk scales, are they? No, they're wonderful, but basilisks are absurdly dangerous. Is there one nearby? Oh, you found them in a snitchwane's nest. Okay, good. Then they're probably much further away. I'd hate to think that you were putting yourself in danger for rare ingredients. Let's see. I'll offer 7 silvers and 10 coppers for everything. Does that sound fair? You looked surprised. You may not have had to collect the scales from a basilisk itself, but they're still very rare and very useful for alchemy. I'd be practically robbing you if I paid anywhere close to what I usually do. I take it you're happy with the price then? Wonderful. Here you are. Oh, I'm so excited for these scales. There are all kinds of things I can use them for. Oh, well, mostly for making mithril. It wouldn't be armor grade, but mithril has other uses. You're awfully curious today. Mithril is easily enchanted, so I can store a lot of magic power in just a little bead. It's tremendously convenient for high-level alchemy. Say, since you're feeling so chatty today, would you like to stay for tea? We've never really had a chance to sit down and talk. Come with me. I live in the back. Oh, and do please forgive the mess. I promise there's a method to the madness. I know precisely where everything is. See, I put the kettle right... Oh, wait, okay. I know it's here somewhere, so it must have moved it. Darn cat. I got it. See, I wasn't too far off. I'll be making my famous lavender herbal tea. I mean, it's not actually famous, but it would be if I had the company over more often. Alchemy shares a lot in common with cooking, so alchemists are usually extremely skilled chefs. And we happen to make the best tea ever. Come, take a seat. Let me just get started on boiling the water. So, how's life? I understand that you do some other odd jobs around the village, not just collecting ingredients. How's that been going for you? Yes, I can understand. It's nicer to have stability. Before I got commissioned as an official alchemist, things were kinda dicey for me as well. Alchemy can be extremely useful in certain situations, but not as much in a rural area like this. But now, so long as I fulfill certain quotas, I get paid regularly. They'll even up my pay if I hire an assistant, though I don't think anyone out here is all that interested. Oh, so you're curious, huh? Well, I haven't been able to talk to anybody about it, so ask away. I'll answer anything. Okay. Basically, an official alchemist is someone who's recognized by the government as a capable alchemist. Every month or so, I get sent a list of potions and items that the local officials need. If the ingredients needed are rare, they usually provide them for me, and I whip them up and send them out. What kind of things do they ask for? Most of the time it's medicinal purposed items. Healing potions, silk wire for sutures, antidotes for magical ailments, that kind of thing. It's important work, of course, but not the most exciting thing to produce. The things I really like are making rare items, the kind that are used as reagents for magic spells and things like that. I usually don't get asked to make those, but I do it for fun on my own time. I still get to sell other stuff I make, so I keep those in the back in case some mage passes through. And what is alchemy? Oh, well, to start, I guess the best place is the beginning. Alchemy doesn't have the most noble origins. It started with a power-hungry king ordering his wizards to find a way to turn other metals into gold. Technically, they succeeded, but the necessary ingredients are way more expensive than the gold they create. But the wizards realized that they'd found a novel way to use magic. You see, the wizards knew right away that they couldn't transmute matter with their own magic, but they knew a variety of magical creatures, plants, and minerals that had promising properties. So they managed to extract those properties to do things that they couldn't otherwise. Alchemy allowed them to transcend human limitations in a way. And I mean, sure, alchemy is a slow process, so it's not suited for every purpose. But it's versatile, powerful, and anyone can learn it. No inborn magical potential needed, although naturally some people are still better at it than others, just like any other skill. The whole thing is really an interesting process. Different sorts of magics reside in almost every living thing in various amounts. Every different type of magic has a different process for extraction, and some of them interfere with each other, making certain combinations really difficult to get. And even once you've extracted magical essence, there are a bunch of different ways to infuse them into an object which can change the end result. And here I go. I don't get to talk about alchemy with other people that much, so when I do, I kind of gush. It's kind of funny. When I started practicing, I really wasn't that interested. I certainly fancied myself an herbalist, and there, in fact, lies some tiny amounts of alchemy in that, but nowhere near as formulaic. It took a while to drown me, but I finally found out I loved it once I really gave it a chance. Well, it's it's kind of embarrassing, you see. When I was little, some kids and myself snuck into an alchemist lab and stole a bunch of things. We were total brats. My dad found out about it, and after I returned all our stuff, he made me help her out on weekends as an assistant. I just thought they were pretty, and I wanted to see if anything would be viable in my garden. For the first couple months, I was always pouting about it, treating it like it was an unfair punishment. But I caught myself listening in on her when she was muttering to herself about how to create something new, and once in a while I peeped at her notes. She noticed I was getting interested, so I graduated from sweeping floors to helping prepare ingredients. Before I knew it, years had passed, and she told me I was ready to start my own lab. Did you know that you were the first person to buy one of my creations? I remember it vividly. I'd just gotten really excited to be out on my own in a new town, and I had a whole bunch of items ready to sell, but nobody wants to buy something from an unproven alchemist. It made sense. There's a lot of hack jobs. I didn't get any customers my first couple of days, but then you showed up. Scraped your knee while exploring the forest, and you bought a healing poultice. Gods, it meant the world to me. Even though I'm sure you didn't even give it a second thought. And then, well, I never told you this, but well, without thinking, right when you turned to leave, I rushed over to you to give you the biggest hug as thanks. I realized what I was doing just in time. You turned around to see me suddenly standing right behind you. I panicked, knowing I had to give some reason why I rushed, so I just sort of blurted out that you should get me ingredients next time you were in the forest. Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing how excited I got. But I guess you bought it, because next day you were back with a sack full of herbs. And it started a long and prosperous partnership between us. By the way, you haven't told me why you suddenly gained such an interest in alchemy. Are you trying to become my apprentice or something? Oh? Oh, wait, really? Oh, no, I'm honored. I'm a bit surprised. You don't seem like the type who would want to stay cooped up indoors. Oh, that made sense. Learn alchemy so you can make stuff on the go as an adventure. That's really a fantastic idea. I don't know why more adventurers don't do that. Of course, you'd be a touch limited in what you can make without a whole lab, but you can make some basic potions and make some decent quality materials to sell for extra cash. You certainly already know plenty about what ingredients to look for. So, how about this? How about stopping by on weekends, just like I did? I'm not the most experienced alchemist out there, but I can definitely teach you the basics. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. I'll be honest, I kind of want to spend more time with you anyway. Oh, before you go, I'm thinking I still owe you that hug. Thank you. Just so much for everything.